they said, and those of you who've been here 5 months will know what I'm talking about, that it was going to take 15,000 customers to come through the front door of des Alpes, and they anticipated that would be 90 days. That was 5 months ago. Des Alpes ownership and their number crunchers predicted that it would take 90 days. And the reason the number was 15,000 is because that was the number that it had to be to negotiate the pricing that we're seeing now. That's just getting started. And that will get better and better and better as we grow, obviously, right? Purchasing power comes from what? From sheer numbers. 15,000 members in the first 90 days. Ladies and gentlemen, the company had 15,000 paid ambassadors 2 months ago. 2 months ago. In 90 days, at the rate we're growing our team is growing at the rate of 500 new members a day. That's right, James Gloucester. To God be all the glory, because without God, I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here without God, without Gary Afron, without Denis, without Danielle, without them. And they spent 10 years. I talked to the original people that started this at a 2-hour conversation, and they told me how they came up with the concept. And they told me it was been 7 to 10 years they've been working on this. We've been waiting 5 months. And we don't have millions of dollars involved in this. We have less than 200 each, and that's it. That's it. All right. Who wants to see the inside of your back office? Give me a 1 if you want to see the inside of your back office real quick. All right. Lou, are you out there? Hello, Lou.
You got it.
I got it. All right. I need to get it. Let me get this open.
While he does that, we've asked Big Al and David to do some karaoke. So, and Daniel said he would do some interpretive dance if we need to.
I love it.
Lou,
I love it.
If you want to see the crowd dissipate, go ahead and put me on, and everybody will leave. We won't.
Oh, never mind, guys. He's sharing his screen. We're good. Thanks.
All right. So, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Well, I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this in just a second if I get things rearranged here. I got to rearrange all this stuff to get it out of my way. No, I don't want to do that.
We're only seeing your back office right now, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
So you know.
All right. So we're on the home page. Now, I'm showing you the back office because I can, because this is exactly, if you don't have a back office, you should have a back office by now. Okay. So everybody on this call should have a back office. Okay. If you haven't paid in yet, obviously you won't have a back office. That has not stopped. But anything that's going on in the back office has. So what I want to show you is a couple of things. Obviously, the notice here, we've been posting this in the groups and the Skype and all that. So this is your home page, and you scroll down, and at the bottom, the things I want to show you is, first of all, this little blue box right here, that is the chat portal. Okay, that is the chat portal with support. That's how you get to it. Okay, do not send tickets through that support portal right now. I don't want anybody wasting the time of Tony and Chad and the other support team in IT and programming right now. It is too critical that we leave them alone. Okay. Now, the other thing here, I'm hovering over policies and procedures. All right, that's all you got to do is click on that, and that one is the French version. Just a second. And the other one Are you seeing this, Lou?
Yeah, you have the English version up.
So it is coming up though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. So why am I showing you this? Okay, the reason why I'm showing you this, come on, get out of there. The reason why I'm showing you this is because when you all signed and joined, you clicked on a box that said you read those policies and procedures. If you have not read them, you need to go read them. And there's two important reasons. The first reason is because they are very critical to you understanding what you can do and what you cannot do advertising. Okay. So we're not going to go down that road. We don't have time. The other thing is letting you know that this company is owned by the owners and they have the right to make changes when they want to and without our permission. Now, they are gracious enough to let us know. And sometimes, yes, it's after the fact, and that's okay. But the changes that they make are serve two purposes for each and every one of you that you have to understand. The first purpose is for compliance. Compliance. We have to be compliant, and not just in a couple of countries. We have to be compliant, and we are in 160 plus countries now. The next thing is what? Is sustainability. Sustainability is the critical second part. Okay. For those of you that have not been with us for very long, we went through a period of changes. We just went through another change a couple of weeks ago. And every time there's been a change, it's only because we have to make sure that this project and the income streams behind them are sustainable, and not just for 6 months, not just for a year, but for years to come. That is critical. All right. The other thing I want to show you is up here. I'm not going to, you can change from English to French for now. They're going to add that in there, and there's going to be multiple languages for that coming. Up here, you see active. All right. And you see the dollars. This blue bar and the dollars that were here that will be back there again when they reload everything. That is your net. That is your complete net. Make sure you do one most important thing. You do not let that drop below $5,000. Now, that is my recommendation. That is not me telling you that you can't take money out of there, because that is what they're going to owe you. That number is what they're going to owe you after your expenses come out. But that's going to reload every month. If you drain this down to zero, I'm just telling you, you don't want to do that. Just don't do it. We've been teaching this to keep between 2,000 and 5,000 in there until you pay your level 6 expense, which is once a year of 1,100, and you pay your level 7 expense, which is one time lifetime of 2,100. And none of us have paid that yet. If you haven't got to level 6 yet, okay, that means that they haven't taken it out yet, because you would know that you'd be at 6 stars, not 5 stars. And then in your back office, there will be a part under your finance page that you don't see here that lists your subscriptions, and it lists your commissions from left to right. And your commissions are coming from the mall. It's 50 cents per person per level right now, coming out of the mall, the 2x20. Then your unilevel is paying your matching bonuses level 1 through 5 for your 2 personals right now. And then your total is your total commissions from your first income stream, your second income stream, and then the third income stream, which is the people coming in under you. Okay. The new project that we have that Denis just completed is the Des Alpes video. I'm sorry, the Des Alpes video that now has got all the new slides in that we are going to be using until we make sure that there's no other changes. Okay. And that was done by Denis, and he did a brilliant job. And that is his job from now on. and it looks like he's going to be doing his own Zooms on Wednesday nights starting next week. Okay. Again, these messages are in here for us so that we know that we can get in our back office, but we got a message that shows us what's going on. Go back to the home page for a second. Real quick. Up here, your icon. Okay. Click on that and you click on profile. All right. Now, if you haven't done that, this is what your profile is. This activity timeline, that's important to you because that is your position in the matrix by time stamp. The date and the time UTC, that is your time stamp. Of course, everything else. So you want to get back there because why? You want to make sure, first of all, your member referral count, it should be 2, and then your sponsor name. If that sponsor name is not who your sponsor is supposed to be, you got an issue that needs to be resolved. Of course, that's your sponsor ID. Okay. And this PDA up here, that's where you're going to be seeing the des Alpes points. That's called PDA is points des Alpes. And everybody that's an ambassador gets 25 to start with. And every month you will get 25 added to that. The only other thing I want to show you is under crypto wallet, which is functionable right now. All right. I'm not going to get into the crypto side of it. This is all self-explanatory. Okay. There's a video on it, and that video relates to the smart wallet procedure. And you want to go through all that because if you want to get paid in crypto and you want to put crypto in your back wallet, that's in your wallet inside your back office, then you will do that. Okay. That's for all you crypto people. All right. I'm not one of them. So, which is neither here nor there. And you see here that right now they're looking at USDT and USDC BEP20. So we've talked in the past about what? About USDT and USDC on the Tron network. Okay. The Tron network is out. Now there will be more crypto. There will be more alternative cryptos available as we go forward. So I wanted you to see that. And that's basically a quick walkthrough. We're going to stop sharing. Okay. Yeah, Ken, your profile is very easy to find. Go in your back office, go to the very top, and you'll see the little icon. I call him my little Frenchie guy. Click on him, and it'll say affiliate, and then you'll click on profile. It'll bring your profile up. Anybody got any questions on that right now? Okay, we're at the top of the hour. Craig is right. They're also going to pay us in fiat. Okay, fiat means your country's currency. And again, you've already heard that we have the solution. Well, there'll be an option to be able to change withdrawal options. There will be options going forward, yes. Okay, we are working right now, as we said, and they're out in California signing the documents and going through the training with a card that we're going to be able to use as part of the option. They're also looking at other options like Wise. Now, the things that I'm going to share with you, don't be running out the door and say, Bob said we're going to have Wise, or Bob said we're going to have Zelle or Venmo or anything. I did not say that. I say that they're looking at them as possible, what? Alternative payment ways to pay, right? Payment systems. And that's going to be going forward, just like multiple types of different crypto. Okay, and I confirm that the mall matrix fills this per date and timestamp. People join. Hey, Craig, you want to answer that one?
Sorry, I might repeat the question. I was just typing something down the bottom down
I'm
there.
sorry. It's a question from Joanna down there in the chat.
It's the date that someone creates their account.
Yeah.
Not when they pay.
Go on, Joseph. You're right, mate. You started.
Yeah, it's the date that the person creates their account, not when they pay. That's been said a few times on the French calls.
That's a great
step they will be using.
I'm glad you cleared that up because I've been hearing that both ways too. Thank you, Joe. Where do you put back office on auto? You don't right now. Okay, it will be on auto. It's always going to be on default auto, except for level 6 and except for level 7. Okay, you will have to. They've already put it in there. They showed it to me. You will have to uncheck the boxes for AMB for Ambassador 1 through 5 if you want to be on auto. And I'm going to tell each and every one of you on this call, I highly recommend you do not touch that. But again, you will there if you're not at Ambassador 6 yet, okay, you will get there, but Ambassador 6 is not automatic now, and neither is Ambassador 7. So none of us have paid in our Ambassador 7 yet because we're not there yet. If we sign up a new person during this transition, not being visible, will the person be able to get their link to refer others? I don't know. I can't answer that, guys, because I don't have anybody joining right now under those circumstances. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't shut down that page, because that page is not complete. You know, for those of you that are advertising that page, don't do it. I'm just going to tell you, first of all, there's nothing on that page to advertise. Your link, you got to remember how we used the link. We didn't even give anybody that link for them to join until they've been through what? The process. The process is the reason that we've gone from 100 people in week 1 to 20,000 ambassadors today. Cindy Hopkins, there you go. Cindy's been signing up people, so she would know. Thank you, Cindy. You know, that was supposed to all gone automatic, so I haven't even been in anybody's back office. So there should be 3 buttons in people's back office now. The $45 for 12 months is gone. Everybody knows that. Do each level have to be full before you get paid? No. You do not. You got to remember how this works. This works. It does work by the matrix, okay? So you can only have 2 on your first level, 4, 8, 16, 32, and so on, right? 64, 128, 512, 1024, 2048, so on and so forth. But it feels forced left to right. Forced left to right. And you can tell how many stars you've got when they load everything back. It will show you your people under you. Okay, that doesn't show you how many stars you have. It will show your first level and your second level and how many stars they have in your matrix. So are we good to keep recruiting? Yes, absolutely, because if we weren't, they would have shut that down. Anybody else got any questions for any of us that are here? Can we keep changing the withdrawal options at all times? Rhonda, I'm not gonna. I can't give you an answer to that. We will see, because the only important thing right now is January the 31st, and that is what we're calling our D-Day, our Go Day, and we are much anticipating January the 31st. You know, it's you know, in your back office, you got to read what's in your back office. It already tells you, you know, that things are going to start changing on January the 31st. And it talks about the first couple of weeks in February. Okay, now we don't have a clear picture yet. We know from our meetings with them that January 31st is the day that they are trying to critically stay on top of, and that's why they're out in California finishing up all of what they're doing with the payment solution, so we can get paid in all the countries and not just a few countries, right? Is shipping included in the price globally? We don't know that yet. They're working on all of those things right now. Anybody else got any questions? Because we need to wind this up. KYC, know your customer. Okay, they're going through KYB right now. The owners themselves, because we have to register before we open them all in any country. Okay, we have to register in that country. So we registered in Belize. That was a start of registering in the world, right? We're registered in the United States. They are getting registered in India. They're getting registered in Africa. They're getting registered in many, many other countries as we speak. And KYB is part of how that works, which is know your business. And KYC, know your customer, is pretty simple. But the long story short of KYC, there's all kind. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and just type in KYC, and it will pull up and give you a lot of information on it. But the bottom line is, I hope that when you signed up, that you used your legal first and last name. What do I mean by that? Well, I go by Bob, but my legal first name is Robert. And so I went ahead and put Robert and my surname, Riddell, in there because I know that I will go through KYC. Each and every one of you will go through KYC, meaning that you will properly and legally identify yourself, or you will not get paid. You will not go any farther. So,
Hey, Bob.
yep.
Before the reset, I was playing around with that, and you're able to change. So anybody that may have not put in their full name, they can go into their profile and do that. The only thing you cannot change is your email address because that is linked to your account. So
Right. Good point, Joe. Thank you for bringing that up. Now, hey, Akeem, don't put your phone number. Please don't put any links or phone numbers in here. We're not sharing that with the world. Akeem, I will put a link in here for you. And nobody else put any links in here, please.
hey, Bob.
Yeah.
When I was talking about the timestamp,
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that the thinking behind it, Danielle was saying that they wanted to do the date, the timestamp of the creation of the account, because they knew that at one point there was a lot of people that were having trouble getting the $45 payments in the system. There was certain problems, so he didn't want to penalize anybody that may not have had, a chance to pay because of the system problems. So the creation of the account was a fairer way to do it. So that's what they decided to do.
Right. We're not using ad hoc. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Ash. I know that you know what you're talking about. Okay. So that card is not part of what we're hearing about as far as a possible solution. I have a third person who registered with my link, but she's not seeing the option to pay. Is that because she's a third person? No. It wouldn't have anything to do with that. She probably does not know that she has to have a separate link for the back office, which is going to be her email, right? And a password she has to create. That's all part of joining. And please don't be sending support tickets for that. Go to your leaders. Go to your leaders. Your leaders can help with a lot of these questions that you all have. Is shipping going to be available for each region that you purchase made? Okay, shipping is going to be available from different points around the world. We don't have the list yet. We know that they're working on, there's a distribution center that we know is in Europe that's going to possibly be serving Africa as well. There will be more distribution centers opening up as we grow, because that's what pushed the growth of the company in e-commerce, especially, is going to establish where and when distribution centers go open. But the group that is represented, because it's a third party, there's a third party group that is got our mall under construction, and they already have situations set up for distribution in their distribution model. And we don't have all the details on that yet, but we'll be getting it. When will we see a full back office? That is scheduled for January the 31st, no later than February the 1st right now. How long does it take to get your number? How long does it take to get your number once you receive your payment receipt? Good question. I don't know how that's working right now, guys and gals. Anybody else out there got an answer for that one? Yeah, Akeem, just go to my profile and just I probably have too many friends, but go to my profile and just get on one of my posts and let me know, and I'll contact you. Let's see what else we got. 140-mile-an-hour winds in Ireland. Holy moly. Take cover. When will you start having webinars accessing your back office? Webinars in your back office? Don't know about webinars in the back office, but we have them. We have them on Mondays and Thursdays, and it looks like Des Alpes, the English version, is going to be on Wednesday nights. Paid in US dollars. Right, Joe?
Everything's US dollars.
Yep, US dollars.
For the webinar, I know Denis was saying that we will have the recording and the PDF in the back office at some point.
Okay, that's I'm going to cut it off right here. I appreciate everybody, their patience, and the fact that Gary's not here. Remember, prayers for Gary. Otherwise, we would have had a business webinar, and we're in the middle, and nothing stops. Okay, we have an approved video that Denis has done, and you can get that from your leadership. Go back to your leadership. They have the video. Mario put it out in Telegram, and they have that now. So go back and get that. Appreciate everybody's time here. Appreciate all my senior leadership team and all their efforts that they've put out, and Danielle and Lou and everybody. So yes, we will have training Saturday, every Saturday. Get with your leaders. If you don't have the registration link for Saturday mornings, every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, we do free training. And this is training that you've never seen before. Most of it, we always have something different going on. We are teaching you how to run a business, teaching you how to brand yourself. Got a lot of people that are learning how to brand themselves on Facebook, on Instagram now. Ramesh, I appreciate you being here. Yes, 4:35 a.m. Shobha, great to have you here. So
invite to
you know,
training.
the easiest
Bring
reach
people.
The easiest reach everybody has is asking somebody now, do they shop online? That's your icebreaker. Your icebreaker, and you just got to break the ice. Nobody's going to bite you. Nobody's going to say, oh, don't bother me with, do I shop online? When you ask somebody to shop, if they shop online, the very next thing they say to you is, yeah, why do you ask? There's your door opener. Okay, then your next easiest reach are all kinds of people that have never made money in their lives, including a lot of you, to come to training. You never got taught in your school that you went to school on how to run a business. You got to come learn how to run a business. Hey, and how would you like to learn how to become debt-free? Not in 3 to 5 years, but maybe in 2 to 3 years at the most. Give me a 1. If you want to learn how to become debt-free in a year or two. With what we have in front of us and the opportunity that each one of you have, your long-term goal for your family is to become debt-free, so nobody has control of you but God. My wife and I are completely debt-free. A lot of people on the senior leadership team are completely debt-free, and there's a reason behind it, and we will teach you how to do it if you are compelled, bold enough, and you come to the training. We can't teach you if you don't come to the training. You can't learn anything if you don't plug into the system that we have for everybody. And those that plug in and come to the trainings and come to the Zooms, and or they watch the replays and they take what we teach and they apply it daily, even if it's only a couple hours a day in your business, they are the ones that are growing, and they are the ones that continue to grow and will. Your business is not going to grow for you by somebody else other than you. I hope each and every one of you understand that. Hey, look, appreciate everybody being here. See you all on Saturday. God loves each and every one of you here, and so do Gary and I. See you all at the top. Good night.
Good night, everybody.